They just did a last call.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. You just heard that. We are here on ZSR Main with the second qualifier of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 6 tournament here. I'm starting with the comms. Is Adam, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself, Star?
Doing alright. Looking forward to a good race here. As you were commenting right as I undeafened the bot, we're almost
sorry.
ready. Yeah, you're good.
I just flipped over and saw it.
Yeah, you're good. But we're here. We're here with the qualifier number 2. We have started the race up, and we are going with a restream today crew of Mario, Goomba, Juke, and Check Race. Should be a good restream here.
Oh yeah, looks like we got Child Start, Serenade, and Forest Medallion.
Yep.
And we are just 20 seconds away from the start of the race.
Should be fun. AD for Song of Time for Twilight incoming. Little Scarlet. No, 15-minute delays only for brackets of the main of Season 6 main tournament. Challenge Cup does not use a delay. And that's a spawn. Lake Hylia with Serenade start. Thanks, game.
The most useless song start for that spawning location.
Yep.
But hey, free Scarecrow.
There is that. Mario heading immediately out. Goomba, the other sticking around the lake a bit. Big Oron is dead.
Interesting. I'm about to see Open Grotto.
KZ is dead.
Okay, oh, that was KZ? Alright.
Yep.
And nothing. Alright. Hey, look, at least that's a quick warp to the castle town.
Yep.
Always nice. Alright, well, seeing as this is only the second qualifier of Season 6, don't have much to say about the ranking so far.
Not particularly, it's the results from yesterday is the current ranking.
Yep, but we're about to see some Lon Lon Ranch. I would expect
All runners
with the
rushing
child
songs,
start, yeah. Song rush, it makes most sense here.
3 of our 4 runners heading to Ranch. Mario looks to be heading to
Kokiri?
Kokiri, yes, yep. Momentary me getting lost again.
Alright.
I really shouldn't be getting lost. It's OT, but I do sometimes. So get
Oh,
quick shout out
hookshot.
Talon's chickens.
Ooh,
That's a good
interesting.
find.
Very good find. First 3 items you want to see in a seed.
No 2-hour hookshot like last week's EU Weekly. That was a mess.
No, I
Not
want
sure how
to.
much you saw of that race.
Last week's EU. No, I didn't see any of it.
Unhinted Rangless Rang Chest first hookshot. As we get Blair off Malin.
That is oof. Balero's good. That's another free song check.
Yep. But yeah, Unhinted Rang Chest without a boomerang was the first hookshot in the EU Weekly, and all 4 runners on Restream took over 2 hours to find it.
Oh no.
You could have gotten it earlier, but it still would have taken ages.
At least in the NA Weekly, the Jabu Jabu was a path.
Yeah, no, last week's hookshot was completely unhinted.
A piece of heart. That makes me. Oh, that's 3 big chests.
Yep, okay.
In Midos. Holy crap, those are some big chests. Let's see what we got. We got.
Bomb bag?
That's always nice.
Another bomb
bag. Is it gonna be 3 bomb bags?
No,
it was another hook shot. Long shot.
I would have died laughing if that was all 3 bomb bags.
I would have too. Okay, what is Mido planning to do with all those bombs?
I have no idea.
But I'm scared.
Set the entirety of Lostwoods on fire?
Oh god. But yes, we have a sub 5 minutes long shot.
Yep. What Skull's hint was that? I totally missed it.
I did too.
Yeah, we are not getting a King Dodongo path today. Not with 2 bomb actions in the Midas house. 40 dead, okay, thank you. Yeah, no KD hit path hint if KD's a med. We'll see.
I doubt we'll have a sub-hour run.
No. I think the record's fastest standard type setting seed is an hour 21 or something like that.
Alright.
I know that was from, like, what the hell's in the days of Season 3 or Season 4? I totally just missed the hint from Check there. I assume that was one we've already seen.
Right. It looks like Goomba's already going to be going adult.
Okay, that was open ground for Check, so nothing new. Yeah, it might be for Goomba. Might just be getting a mask and heading back out.
Well, yeah, could also be doing that.
Yeah, Season 6 is going to be short and a little bit longer than Season 5 generally, in large part due to the hint changes. No foolishes. Definitely change up how the game's played a bit. Yeah. King Zora is still dead.
That's a big chest.
Bomb Grotto and a slingshot.
Oh, hey, target in the woods. You're in the woods. Might as well.
Yep. No reason not to. Yeah, and no King Zora skip is going to change things as well. I forgot that's the other major rule set change to this tournament. Boomerang on child shooting.
Okay, this is a very stacked early seed. It makes me nervous for the late game.
Just a bit. Nice lens.
Lens of truth, okay. Child is stacked. Child is definitely the play here.
Yeah. What do we need for go? Well,
No
you're something stuff, but it's slightly silly as we find 30 is dead.
Yeah, well, nobody has gone towards the temple of brain or memory things. Temple of time to check stones or medallions. Ugh.
Yep. A little surprised Goomba didn't at least check the Temple of Time hints when he was there, else he get a Goron tunic from Lostwood Scrub Grotto. You know, just get everything.
No, Goomba is still clearing out Market, so I'm not surprised. He could still
might
be
go back
that way.
there, true, yeah. What do you need to unlock Deku? Kokiri Sword.
Yeah.
Kokiri Sword and Deku Shield, technically, but it's they start with the Deku Shield in these settings, so that's a moot point.
Yeah, we start with
the Deku Shield can be relevant when you've got wackier settings.
Yeah. Like Shop Shuffle.
Shop Shuffle, but more importantly, entrance random of all sorts can really...
Alright, let's see if we can get these hints.
Yeah,
we got Gerudo Training Ground.
GTG.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, both of those are Gerudo Sacred Forest to Queen Goma.
Okay, so Kokiri Sword behind SFM. Look.
Yes. But that was not what Mr. Mario just picked up there.
So it's gotta be a song that leads to the Kokiri Sword then.
And then, of course, we saw GTG to Holy Crap Brain. They're both there, and I just blanked.
GTG to Phantom Ganon, and
right.
SFM to Goma.
So, maybe a bow? Because we already got both hook shots.
Maybe.
Our free song is Sun Song.
Graveyard is Path to Baronade.
Interesting.
As you get a Pona there on Saria.
Alright, and we have
Deku is
Forest
Path
Temple.
to Volve, and...
Fire Temple. Jabu Jabu Belly. And then he just sped through the last two.
I'd also just completely spazzed what was Path to Baronade because I looked at it and then forgot about it completely.
Deku to Ball Badgie, interesting.
Graveyard Path to Volve Baronade.
Okay, well, we already have the Boomerang, so let her.
And Ice Cavern Last Chest is dead.
Okay. Interesting.
Sorry, Song and the creator for Goomba. We're looking in a million directions at once, and I've gotten a bit lost.
Same. Alright.
What was the last SFM hint? Because I know it was a sometime soon, and I've entirely forgotten what it was. Oh, shoot, the sun. Info dump. And item dump. Yep. No path to DC, because we've got Fire, Jabu, Deku, DC, and Force as our 5 medallions, which means that one of Fire, Jabu, Deku, which is unlikely, or Force is going to have a second path leading to it.
Interesting.
Yep.
We also had all 4 runners going in different directions at that time, so...
Yes, I did. As here should be the slingshot for Jug, if I've been keeping track right. It's not worth the cross, we've got logical long shot. That is a point, as you get... Yep, there's the other character. Baronade, yeah, both our hook shots are Sphere Zero, Talon's Chickens, and Mito's house, as I get bomb shoots off a Lost Scrub, Bridge Scrub, which I missed earlier.
Mm-hmm. And Goomba did not go to, Kokiri Forest as a kid, so he does not have bombs to do DC.
Nope. Alright, let's actually go update the pile of hints, because the info dump meant I haven't had time to do it.
Alright. Child Coron City. Man on Roof is Ice Arrows. Okay, Meme Arrows, good.
Deku is still Path to Evolve, thank you. Like
there's magic on
a
Big Wall and Goron.
And
there's a wallet.
Interesting. Holding for Mario.
And nothing. Then nothing.
Yep, fire arrows in the windmill.
Interesting. Oh, I forgot you used long shot to do this.
Yep.
If you can get your bounce off slash right.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a Goron
note for Goomba. Yeah, you saw that earlier.
Right. Right, Sphere Zero, long shot, Water Stone.
And waters. Yep. Water Spirit Shadow are our stones, so it's unlikely to be all dungeons, but if it is, it's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
Grenade in the windmill, alright. Not the best, considering we started with Serenade and a Child Spawn in Lake, combined with Adult Spawn as Vanilla in Season 6. Thanks.
Yeah. Anju's got nothing.
Nope.
For adult at least.
Seeing child chickens for a bit, so that is now 4 chickens in these settings, speaking of. And is that seriously the Zora tunic? Okay, game. Okay. We've got 2 ball bags, both hook shots, both tunics already, and 2 of the 3 magical arrows already, game. What?
Yeah. Feed? What?
Hello? Trez?
Knock knock, are you there? You're supposed to make this difficult for the runners.
This is the way Trez sees, since we are still rolling these on a special build due to some technical issues with 7.0, as we find yet another big chest! Which is letter. Someone in the chat was saying that the wallets were irrelevant. I was gonna say that we still haven't seen the letter yet, but never mind that, there it is.
Well, we knew Graveyard was to Baronade, so...
I am not surprised. Really not. That's guaranteed.
No, it being on Shieldgrave is interesting. They could have at least put it behind Dompe.
No. Rush Jabu, not a terrible... not a terrible idea for Child 2, honestly, considering that they have they can get there.
Honestly, you could rush Jabu in Child 1 if you went to Graveyard as Child and got the Shield Grave at night.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, true also that Waltz would have got Casius in it dead, so even before we saw Letter, the Waltz would have been pointless, as we get Sun Song off Prelude.
Yeah, we saw
Mario.
That from Goomba.
Totally missed that because, things. Yeah, we've got a real fun seed right now. I would not. We do not have 3 of 5 dungeons in Logic right now. We've got Jabu in, we've got DC in. Neither Fire nor Deku can even can be completable, and who knows? And Forest is good. Forest is now missing a bow for that, as we get Eyeball Frog in the first Strength off Dompe race.
Interesting.
Don't need the frog.
Ocarina of Time is Song of Storms. Ooh.
Uh-oh. That's bad. Remote grotto hint there for Juke.
Interesting. And now we're gonna see Sun's Grave.
Yep. No clue what was on the Tech grotto there.
It was just a piece of heart.
But yeah, the game just giving us everything in existence. Letter is confirmed path to Bear Needing Graveyard. I'm not going to bother with the other items. We just not going to bother sticking the strength in there unless the yell happens to be someplace silly.
Right.
AD would be a good thing for these 4 runners as far as points go, because these are all high execution runners, so all 4 previous runners in main tournaments. So they want a relatively linear seed where they pull out just based on sheer execution and experience, rather than having a more confusing seed where it's also as a casino where it's a lot more based on a little bit more luck based as far as where you have to go and in what order. And that is the paperweight.
Well, we're getting interesting amounts of meme percent.
Yep, Frogs 2 is dead.
Yeah, there's not a hint for Bronx of the Rain, is there? Or is that a sometimes hint?
Sometimes hint.
Yeah.
Sun's on Grave was the 20-pack of shoes. Nice.
Very nice. At least saves him from not going to Nido's house for now.
Yeah. Well, no, it's Goomba who hasn't been to Nido's house. So he'll get there eventually with more shoes!
More shoes! Chew all the way!
Just get all of them, why not, apparently.
Yes, this is a very explodey seed.
Very. Yes, there's fire arrows for Mario, and this will be the rank for Check. That was also a 10-pack off Link to Goron. We've gotten 2 10-packs and a 20-pack so far. Game is very, very generous right now.
They really
that
want
is a big chest
blow crap
back
up.
there. That's a big chest on the left.
Yep.
Bow, hammer, kokiri, sword, and light arrows might actually be our go mode. It's silly.
Oh god.
And we're still missing a path, and 2 and 3 of our others are unresolved. Yay!
Wow.
Goomba probably feels like he struck the jackpot with 30 chews. Yeah, well, unbeknownst to him, there's 2 bomb eggs right in his house. What is the roll for light arrows in Season 6? They can be anywhere. Ganondorf will give you a hint as usual. That's... yeah, that's right. Hey, VXR! So far it's a jet scene. To the point of insanity. As they find that the Shadow Temple pot is a small key, they hope to never see that key. Considering Shadow's a stone and OoTR storms, that they have almost everything already. Until we have Nocturne on Minuet and we start getting concerned about where that's going. Song on Bolero is Saria's song, Sam.
Alright, are we gonna see this? No? Okay.
Yeah, agreed, VXR. This is either a fantastic stone layout and that we don't need to touch 3 of the worst dungeons ever, or this is gonna be a really sucky AD if Storms is required.
Oh god. No, so we got the hint that SFM is on the path to Goma, but the chest there was nothing, and the other song was Epona's song.
Which, with 2 0-0 hookshots, it is only locking a couple of things, which, namely HBA and foes.
Yep.
Foes with Rudo's Letter being our only bottle currently, I should add. We don't have a logical bottle because we can't turn in Rudo's Letter for the empty bottle yet.
Right. Which means the other song, depending on what it is, could force our runners into a stone dungeon.
Both Nocturne and Requiem are genuine possibilities at this point. Mario getting his strength and eyeball frog off Dante. Yeah, we got Longshot like 3 minutes in. You are correct. We
Yeah.
also know we had Longshot at like 3 minutes in because that's where both our hook shots were stupid early.
We had logical long shot in 2 minutes, to be honest.
Probably. Juke trying to defeat the DMC wall. I have the slightest idea what it is. Check raise is going for the Metagoron hint, which is not one we see too often. Magic could troll people, that is true. Hot Router's not the friendliest of locations. I'm surprised, honestly, that Juke was the only one to check it, considering they got explosives so quickly. In Kokiri, it's Child Ground City. Hot Router's only one check, but it's fairly quick, and it can absolutely put you in a bit of a tricky spot if you skip Hot Router despite getting explosives in the Kokiri Lost Woods area. So far, DC's been a snooze and a half for Goomba, I should add. I don't think there's been a single thing to comment on here besides the hint. Shoot the sun is still dead. It's a wallet for Mario, and we'll see the other hint here in DMC for Juke. Check is going to go for the Ground City Maze hint, so we'll see that as well. If you look at that while I look at Juke's hint, 40's dead for Juke.
What's up?
Wasteland is the Wasteland's still a bottle. Okay, I was asking you if you could look at check raise's hint since Juke was.
No, I was looking at that. No, I was looking at that, but it's just a repeat hint.
Yep. But yeah, we know that there's a bubble in Wasteland, so not helpful to anything.
Oh, finally something in DC.
It is our next
another
slingshot. Sure. What was the hint there for Juke?
I wasn't paying attention.
Mirror shield on the 50. What?
Oh God.
Either that's fine, or we're in major trouble.
Oh no. Oh God.
Trez!
Wait, no. My brain just jumped to Requiem on Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility. So it could just be Requiem for ZL like Colossus that we were going, but I am still concerned.
God.
Yeah, right. Prediction time. Do we need that?
Do we need that? We hope not. Well, our runners hope not. We want it.
Yeah. No, apparently
I still like to watch the runners suffer.
This is fine until that happened. Where is the thing? And who am I looking at? Apparently someone forgot to resolve yesterday's prediction, so I'm doing that while we've got a moment to breathe as Goomba finishes off DC, Mario and Goomba get in the door, and Juke's in the maze.
Yep. People just going over checks we've already seen. And we do have Logical Desert Crossing, actually.
Yes we do. Magic, lens, both hook shots. Alright, prediction time. Will we need that mirror shield?
If, it could possibly, if it get, you'll never find my light arrows in the Spirit Temple. We might need it.
Yeah, or we'll never find light arrows in the well or in Kokiri Forest. Like, there's a few possibilities. Like, to be honest, it's unlikely that mirror shield is required, but it's not zero. It's never zero until you've earned go or it's hinted essentially. And in this case, it cannot be hinted.
Interesting. Well, we need that mirror. We have a almost 70% yes so far. People
even
really
though the odds
that.
the odds are no, but chat always wants the worst. Now here's the thing, both 30 and 40 skulls are dead, so if they need that 50 skulls mirror shield, they're gonna be very grumpy about it. I really want to know what this adult SFM song is at this point.
I do too, but I don't think anybody's headed that way for a minute.
Nope. Well, who knows about the 50 skulls mirror shield here? Hint was on DMT, so that would be Juke, I think, is going to jump out the thing there.
Yeah, just Juke.
Goomba's getting doubled explosives here and probably going to roll his eyes a little bit. More explosives, because it's been an explosive seed. Yes, Midas House is a little bit stupid. It's got 2 bomb bags and long shot. What happens to last path since we can't have a path to King Dodongo with 2 bomb bags in Midas House? One of the other 4 bosses, Phantom Ganon, Goma, Volvaggio, or Baronade, will have a second path pointing to it. And that could give us information at this point, really. Or at least that's how it should work. There were some bugs in earlier Season 6 seeds, where there was a bug with it. Where, and with, something broke on a recent-ish dev branch where, with path hints, where you had a path that cannot be hindered like this with 2 bomb bags available freely, so no KD path, and then things broke, but that should be fixed now. Thankfully, this is not the build of the randomizer that had a logic bug discovered yesterday in Vanilla Shadow, where ball group only requires 4 keys, because, oops. One of the dev branches had a bug reported there yesterday due to a bit of an oversight when changing the logic files.
Oh, that's not good.
Really quick fix, it's just really easy to miss something when you're changing the logic because there's so many little things that go into it.
Yep. And then taking a quick peek at our prediction while everybody's covering the same things. We got about an even 50-50, 51-49.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Pepperoni, that would be my cat. His name is Kitten. Spelled like that.
Nope, Master Quest dungeons I don't think will ever be added to the standard races. They're an interesting feature, but they're not the most well-liked by and large, and too complex, I think, for people to really want to add. We don't like to change it up too much. For our main tournaments.
Oh, hey, look, we're getting some Valley.
40 him, Siberian, Kokiri, and DMT, and Creator Wall, so they all have it at this point. I am maintaining my usual sprawling notes sheet, which includes keeping track of where we saw different hint stones, and what hints were.
I always say I love soul seeds, and I might actually get one today.
You might. It's unlikely, but it's not 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stuck 10 minutes on that prediction, so I could have easily gone for 20 or I think 30 is the top.
Master Quest Spirit adds a second Frogs 2 check. Oh god.
It's the Master Quest Symphony Room, as it's known, because you know the boulders room in the Vanilla Spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Master Quest, those boulders, those alcoves, get replaced by places to play songs. You need all of the child's songs except for Saria's song for some reason to get a check. And a skull.
Wow. Why? Okay.
Because why? Because, Master Quest is special. Because Saria's song triggers Saria? Maybe VX, that's true.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, wouldn't it not as an adult?
I don't know. Master Quest is great. Real Rob.
Okay.
Rob here is a big fan of it. Mixing up Robs. Real Rob does MQ stuff sometimes, then mixing up Rob Dog, who absolutely loves Master Quest.
Yeah, Rob Dog loves Master Quest.
You can talk to Zarya's adult trio, too. Yeah, that's true. Alright, GTG for Goomba. New checks. More so than anything else we've seen, because everyone else is just still doing stuff we've already seen as Mario Death Warps out of the Goron City Maze.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Or should be, at least, yes.
Oh, GTG from Goomba.
Yep. And the RSL enthusiasts in chat, I do love RSL quite a bit. For those who have no idea what RSL is, that is the Random Settings League, another tournament of real-time randomizer that is in the Swiss rounds right now. Where, well, the settings get randomized. You can get some interesting stuff.
99 Skull Bridge.
Alright, GTG keys I should probably keep an eye on. There is key number 1 off the BMOS.
Oh, key counting, yay.
GTG key counting isn't key logic isn't hard, it's just a matter of counting it, which is hard because you need to peek keys in the maze.
Right. It's spirit key logic that always gets me.
Spirit key logic's not that bad once you get used to it, but it does take some while to learn the ins and outs of it.
That is
Big
a
chest in the
huge
center,
chest
so we
in the
really need to
center.
keep track of keys. Okay, game, okay, monk ass.
There's
And
another
the
key. Sorry.
Another key on left first, was it?
Yeah, and right here. In Invisible Roof.
Yep. And on pier.
Yeah, there's another key right through there. Doesn't look like there's another one farther back. It's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
the center chest is Saga Time Lock Child's chat saying that they've spotted the key on the right side. Lovely. No, there can't be a. There's almost certainly a bow locked. Yeah, it's a bow locked key on Pierre. It can't be a first bow on the center of GTG. Because that center chest requires all 9 keys in logic. Could be hover boots. Why is GTG Path to Phantom getting, actually? We've got a bow, we've got a hookshot, we've got a strength, all in logic. Zarya-san was in the parade.
Do we have a bow?
Oh, we don't have a bow, never mind. I was like, what? Never mind. So, a bow could be in here, but it cannot be that center chest for the path. Anyway, that's where we're going. Great. Thought we had a bow for some reason, but we don't. Brain fart. Mario's off to GTG now.
Yeah, as I always say, brain word memory things.
Yep.
It's where your brain moves faster than everything else, so you forget your words. Or your mouth moves faster than your brain.
Yep. Searching for Jukes, check getting his frog and strength. Demon Crusher!
You would
Those
think
stones
that.
are nice until it's required AD storms on AD with a mirror shield on 50 skulls.
Oh, Armac. Rules.
You will want the standard command.
Yes. There's strength
If I could spell,
2.
that would help. Why is that strength 2?
Why is that strength 2?
Like, actually, I'm kind of concerned
Well,
about that
hey,
strength up.
You can get into the silver block room now.
Yeah, I hope it's for that and not for something else! Also, is that seriously also we have yet to see another key? Speaking of, as I say that, there's one on the Lake room.
So like eats him.
Yeah. Yeah, strength 2, useful for getting into Spirit Temple.
Oh god.
That's a heart piece, which is kind of needed actually, because Goomba was down to half a heart. Strength 2 could be path. It's about the only thing that's passed so far. Could be just for this big chest though. Is this our bow?
I would think so, but why is strength 2? If this isn't bow.
That's a
Okay.
bow. Alright, that's probably strength 2 to the bow that's right next door. Lovely.
Interesting. Depending on where that last strength is. And hey,
Yeah.
now you can get all the checks in here besides the SOT locked ones.
Yep. I have no idea what that hint was from Mario.
I wasn't paying attention. Check, Gallo. Check, hint 2. Oh, big Goron tube, thank you.
Thank you. Seeds there. There's hover boots in the waterfall.
Interesting. Oh. Mario with his death warps.
So that bow is confirmed path in GTG because there's nothing else we need for Forest Temple with hover boots being right there. Saria's song is in logic. We've got both hook shots and a strength now, and 2 strengths now. So yeah, bow path in GTG, fantastic game. Great. That does not resolve our SFM path to Goma for a Pona song currently, because we have both hook shots available.
And we still don't have K-Sword.
Nope.
Or as I like to call it, the Mini Goron Sword, because you have Mini Goron Sword, you got your Master Sword, and you got Big Goron Sword.
Yep.
It just fits with this theme. No, we do not have Sarius or Minuet. Wait.
No, Sarius is in the crater.
Yeah, we have
Juke
Sarius
just played.
in the crater. Brain. That's Sarius.
Yep, so that is in logic. Juke is going to finally show us what this Adult SFM song is, because I really, really want to know. 1 key in the lobby.
Oh, Check is headed there as well.
Alrighty, let's see. What song is this, and how concerned should we be about this path?
Trying to think. What was the child song here? I forget.
Epona,
oh, it was
which
Epona,
so
that's
far
right.
Doesn't lock much of anything. Requiem! Let's hope it's ZL the Colossus, otherwise we're in for fun.
Well, we already have a logical...
Do we have Logical Crossing? That's true.
Child Spirit?
That is at least 2.
It's either in Child Spirit, or it's key logic for something farther into Spirit, and it could be Mirror Shield locked.
Okay, I think there's 2 keys on left side maze total here. Check and Joke in here without a bow. Unfortunately, we know their way of the hero bows in GTG. We have the lens that was in.
Center chest is another bow.
That is a bow locked bow. Thanks.
What the hell? Okay.
That's, by the way, bow locked with a key on here, a key on, and a key on the lobby chest. But yeah, that's a bow locked bow, and that is logically 19. Yes. Fairly moot point. It's only a second bow, which is definitely key locked, but in terms of Song of Time or anything, doesn't much matter. So.
I'm gonna laugh
No
at
clues,
Song of
toilets, a
Time
cheat,
on
an item
Requiem.
Oh yeah, I mean, we do need to look at where ZL can be. We haven't seen a Burning Cat hint. We haven't seen a Skull Mask hint. We haven't seen a Burning Cat hint. We haven't seen Colossus. ZL has to be Burning Cat or Colossus. Burning Cat is behind Fire and Jabu, because it can't be the other checks.
Right, it can't be in Ice Cavern because that is ZL locked.
Yep. Can't be Composer Grave for the same reason.
We're about to see what this test is.
Well, people are picking up a couple skulls here and there, but nobody's rushing it yet.
Alright, Check is about to check. ZL.
Scale for Goomba and ZL there at the Colossus. The thing is, though, that's not Requiem locked. That's a concern.
No, it is not. At all. That is a big chest on that hand.
Good dear. Magic is on Hot Rodder Goron.
Yep. Big rolling Goron.
I have no notes on the Colossus Arch. And Burning Cat is Nocturne. Vanilla. Okay. Which, sure, I guess it does tell us that Well, okay, that tells us that Shadow can't lock Fire or Jabu, which... So that means that substantially limits what stuff can be in or behind Shadow Temple. I also need to step away for a minute or two. Sorry about that.
Okay. Well, we're getting oh, we got Jukin, Forest Temple. Mr. Mario's about to get his second strength here. Juma is about to be very disappointed in this very tiny chest. And Check is in his second child. I imagine with that scale... No, that wasn't Check, that was Goomba. Nope. Yeah, basically lights are Kate sword on AD. Deck due to balls probably means it has the hammer. So it can't be a K-sword for AD. Alright. K-sword locks Nocturne, yeah. Alright, about to see a fairy here. No. No, he did not. And yes, songs are hard. Doesn't seem like there's been much in Forest Temple yet. Yeah. Get your sleepers. Oh, that's right. Goomba's not been to Child SFM yet. This has been a very stacked early seed, though. Yeah, I would expect Mr. Mario to do horseback or archery now that he has bow. There's a Din's Fire in Forest Temple. That's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. HBA is horseback archery. SFM is Sacred Forest Meadow. Spirit Key Logic. Thank you, BXR. Dins could be useful for Spirit Key Logic, actually. Yeah, we do have fire arrows. We got fire arrows really early.
I just got back here. What's up?
We got Dins and Forest.
Lovely. Which check?
Up by the Skulltula on the little island.
Yeah, island chest. Fun!
Yeah, the right hand of the Colossus is something, so that could be K-Sword. Technically.
Yep. It could be, depending on Spirit Key layout, which is a good chance of there being a child lock key. That would make sense for why SFM is path to Goma for either Opponent Song or Requiem.
Yeah. Mr.
We're
Mario.
our fifth path too, which doesn't help.
Mr. Mario almost warped there, but then he remembers he has bows and Epona.
Trez is by the way posted in the internal restream chat. Hey Trez, why is there a mirror shield? Why is restream chat? Why is this a mirror shield 50 skulls, Storm Anonymity, and Water Shadow Spirit as the stones? And Twister Sounds is just lol. We could have it could be 50. It could Cookie Sword could be on right hand with a key on mirror locked. Oh well, no. So we have Longshot Kirby fans, so the right hand cannot be 5 key locked. And the only key that can be mirror locked is on Forearmos, can only be the 5th logical key. Prediction has close, but we will not. I will not close that prediction until we have go mode because what this can take is a while.
Yeah.
An HBA here for Mario should hopefully clear things up a bit, or maybe not. It'll give us some information, one way or the other. Either it'll be our, either this is going to be our Kokiri Sword yet, or it's going to be nothing, and we're going to get more concerned by the minute.
More concerned by the minute is my vote. Also, we have reverse lace plans from Juke. That's case for HBA is horseback archery.
The thing that Mario just did. So, yawn. Okay. SFM path to for opponents for that. Well, there goes part of the theory crafting. SFM is still path to Goma. Thank you.
Depending on what's in Deku Tree. Because it could be an item that locks an item somewhere else. But it can't be anything for Shadow Temple because Shadow Temple can't lock fire.
Nope. Because fire... Because Black is vanilla and fire is the vanilla fireman. Hammer is almost certainly in Deku Tree. There's not much that is left that could lock Hammer that could be in Deku. We have seen most of the items in this game.
True, but it's still a slight possibility.
Yes.
A very small possibility, but one.
Yeah, the same could be... What was the hit there for check? I totally missed it in Upper River. Fortress Path to Volvagia. Who'da thunk? Thanks. Really, thanks. That's incredibly useless. That does check raise confirm. The check raise now knows for sure that that has to be a Kokiri's on an HBA basically, but that's incredibly useless. Gee, thank you. Opponent song path to Volve to Goma, and Deku path to Volve, and then for HBA path to Volve. Useful. Deeply useful advice.
That would help people who skip horseback archery or couldn't do it at the time.
It would help, though. I'd hope people do HB anyway, considering the path. There's Skull Mask dead. Okay.
No, expected that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got so little left in the game. There's not a lot to find.
This has been a very jetty seed. We're in almost certain glow mode at 46 minutes.
Yep, we will confirm for sure. Until this is a pair of iron boots, and then we're concerned again.
Oh god. Oh, you had to say it was iron boots, because that's one of the items that it might possibly be.
Yep. And Mario's not even checking hints, because he knows he's so close to go mode at the rate he's going.
Well, light arrows could still be something. Light arrows and well would force Aldi.
Yep. Mario does not have the 50 hit. I believe Juke is the one who has it. I don't think any of the others went off DMT. Ooh. It's a hit by Bigorons, where that is. Yeah. One of the reasons I have Ketos is because I really need to refill my water bottle. I totally forgot to do that before this race, and
fair enough.
Water's important to making sure I don't kill my voice over the course of this commentary, even if it's a quick one. KS is on HBA, Herb Michter, to nobody's surprise, really.
Holy crap, brain. Yeah, no, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I'm trying to think of, okay, so it could also say, I'm trying to think of places it could say where storms would be required. River for Frogs in the Rain, bottom of the well, and then, of course, Kokiri Forest for the grotto.
Yeah.
Because we have everything else in Kokiri Forest.
Yep, what was that hit there for check?
I was not paying attention. I was looking at this big chest on Mario's screen.
Yep. I was certainly not paying attention to check either. There's a hammer.
It is a
I'm
hammer,
surprised. Yawn. So, jet until it isn't. Lovely.
Also, Death Mountain Trail. Okay.
Yeah, the DMT storms exist. But yeah, hammer in Jakku behind Fortress Path to Vol for Kokiri Sword behind SFM Path to Go for a POTA song. Wahoo! Yeah, 48 minutes in, we're in
Glow
mode as a restream. That's concerning.
That is very concerning. It's too nice for us. Yes, kitten, I see you. You're in my face. You gonna say hi? No? Okay. I have a cat in my face.
So, I guess I'm putting up a bet for our light arrows at 49 minutes. Which feels incredibly silly.
That does feel incredibly silly.
Like, that's actually our go mode as a race stream.
Aye.
Oh, by the way, Frogs 1 is hinted. Frogs 1 is not hinted, I guess. But yeah, no hints on DMT anything, but on Storms anything. Besides Frogs 2, isn't it? Frogs 2 was it at let's go for it, start going for things, but no. Light Troll would be actually fun if it's Strength 3 that Storm's locked, and then Light Troll has lights. That would be bad, actually.
Sorry, Tomel. Also, that was a clean, quick Goma.
Yep.
Yes, hello. Hi, ow. Alright, you have your claws in my stomach and I do not appreciate it.
We've had one forfeit so far out of 109. I don't expect we'll see too many forfeits with how jetty this seed is, at least not for a while.
Right.
Like, if we end up needing to, there'll be a while. Now, if it does turn out to be a 50 skills ADC, then I think people will start quitting.
If it turns out to all dungeons, I expect to see a lot of forfeits.
Oh, yeah. So it's a tricky thing, because it's not exactly the most fun of things, to be honest, to do Oops AD 50 skulls, especially with the 50 skulls hit being where it is as a get. There's love out of Jabu.
With the 50 skull hit where it's at, yeah.
Like, it would not be fun. I would not fault anyone for deciding I don't want to do this today and quitting. But on the other hand, if this were 50 skulls and you do finish the seed, you're going to have a decent amount of points because so many other people quit it.
Right. So
especially if you're a high execution player, this is the kind of seed that would be the kind of seed you want, where you need to go everywhere and be very thorough. Like, if you're good at routing skills and execution, that would actually be a really good qual for you. But there's also just a case of, do you actually want to do this? Which is not the most interesting thing for a lot of people.
If he says in Ganon's castle and it's in Light Trial.
And then you're in the where's Strength 3 mode. Because because for those who are wondering why I have prediction that up, even though we can get like hit from Ganon, it's gonna take us a while to get that hit from Ganon. They've got a lot to do. If EXR, you'd have to talk to Trez about that. Yeah, really just our runners just trading back and forth different positions. We know where all their glowmode is, so it's just a matter of doing it all.
Yeah, random KZ skip or King Zora skip was a setting in last season. And it caused 90% of our runners to rush Ice Cavern early. Every seed.
Yeah. So yeah, we now have at least half an hour of time to kill. Time to figure out what to talk about for the next 30 to 40 minutes before we see this door fixed. I guess for starters, let's do shoutouts to our runners. Yes, that is a bow in the center chest of GTG. Shoutouts to our runners, Mario, Goomba, Juke, and Check Race. Please give them all a follow. Thank you also to my co-com Mad Monk Adam and to our trackers, Shy, Waylon, Mary, and Baseball. Thank you all for your work. Feel free to ask any and all questions, especially because we have a lot of time to kill. It takes a while to beat all these dungeons, and we've got especially Forest Temple, fire could be long, jump is not short.
I'm just not sure. I love how Check is just still collecting skulls. Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. I mean, if it's in your face, you may as well, even though I don't think Check is...
He doesn't have the 50, no.
What was the hint in River Grotto for Mario, by the way? I'm wondering where this other copy is.
I'm not sure.
Chat, help! As you find, SFM is still Path to Goma. Yeah, saw that earlier. River Grotto was 20.
20 dead.
Well,
it was 20 dead.
Making it even less fun to do that 50 if it's required. Yay!
Oh, did
Again,
you know
everything is fine until it isn't.
You know that people backwalking and then flipping through the elevator? You can't do that in the 3D version because as soon as you step into the elevator, it locks you in the elevator till it goes all the way up.
Oh, that's an interesting change.
Yeah.
Magic is on Hot Router, Scarlet.
Hot Rod
I hope people get that after Deku, but honestly, who knows? That could be a bit of a troll, to be fair, actually. Hopefully it doesn't troll people too badly. We'll see. Because that is a bit of an awkward spot. Like, Mario did not go back there for it without things. The idle silly thought, do we even need Zeal? For anything?
No.
With Water, Shadow, and Spirit being our stones, and we have a skill available even for Chabu.
Yeah. There is no need for ZL. At all.
It's great, isn't it? No. There isn't a need for ZL until we do.
For those who might be unaware, ZL is Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah. Yeah, until Bongo is late, I mean, it's possible. PS, that is still open, and I'm leaving it open for a while. We've got a lot of things that are open. We've got things like Dompe digging, chickens, 10 skulls, all of fire. We've got Baronade still. We've got water. We've got all of shadow. We've got all of spirit. We haven't seen Ice Cavern. We haven't seen the well, obviously. There are things to do.
If anybody goes into well, I feel exceptionally sorry for them.
Yeah, and, Ice Cavern Final Chest was our 4th chew pack, actually. I read that instead earlier, but it's actually the 4th chew pack. Magic is the progressive, yeah.
Yeah, all, like, bombs, bows, slingshots, and magic, those are all progressive. Yeah, if y'all have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask.
Please do! We need to have something to talk about for the next 30 to 40 minutes after all, so...
Yeah, and
like, these runners are good, but there's still a lot of dungeons to clear, and that magic could trip some of them up, so we're gonna be here for a while. Speaking of things, so... we might as well talk about the next qualifier, which is going to be this Tuesday at 10 PM Eastern. Looks like you are already signed up. Yep.
Yeah, I'm already signed up.
Oh, that's like 10 PM Eastern, to clarify. Time zone, 10 PM Eastern, 2 AM ETC, I think. Or no, maybe 3 AM, I forget.
Early morning for EU, late night for us.
Yeah, 3 AM UTC, 4 AM for the CEST, 3 so there's that, and then qualifiers 4 and 5 will be the next set of weekly races. We've also got a random settings link restream, speaking of things, on Tuesday at 2 PM Eastern between Kirox and Timmy, so there will be that to look forward to as well.
Yep. I believe I'm one of the only 2 people signed up for Tuesday.
On Tuesday qualifier, yeah, you and Cedu are the 2 signed up.
Okay. Other 50 hit
Wolfman.
next to Fairy and Fountain? Okay, thank you, VXR.
That is a less terrible spot. Yeah, actually.
That is a very less terrible spot. I think Check just
Still
got
need
that.
to read it, but it's better. Yeah, and baseball is signed up for RSL,
And
correct?
there's Ferora's Wind.
Where's Ferora's Wind? I totally missed it.
Fairy Fountain in the Fountain, I believe.
Isn't that
Fairy
vanilla?
Fountain and Sword Fountain. Yeah, vanilla. Is this even rando?
Speaking of things, we are always looking for more volunteers. So, if you are interested in joining our commentary or tracking teams, please go check that link. If I could spell, that would help. Here we are. Please check out that link if you wish to join our commentary or tracking teams. It's great fun. We chill out. Tracking is you're watching the race anyway. Might as well do a bit of clickety clack to help keep, and it helps keep me focused. I notice. And for commentary, chat with friends for a few hours about random. Why not? It's pretty fun.
Yep. And I mean, hey, sometimes you'll get parts like this where there's really nothing you can commentate about, and you get to have fun conversations. Me and Felix last week, we talked about butter for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we do try to keep it a little bit more on track for
Qualifiers.
But,
And tournaments. Yeah.
We can get a little mean at times.
Everything is dead.
Big chest for check raise. Here in Child Spirit, by the way, just as a note. That's something to look at. Is that light arrows? Is that a strength 3? Is that iron boots? Is that another magic meter? Yes, there's Neighbors from Mario.
It is. It's Neighbors Love.
Oh, yeah, that's on Mario's side, it's Neighbors Love. I was talking about this big chest on Check's side, which is something else.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
There's a big chest on Child's side.
Oh, okay. I just saw the big chest on Mario's as soon as you said started listing off things. I'm like, oh well, we'll find out. Why is Check even? Oh, he's still looking for K-Sword, isn't he?
He's looking for K-Sword. He's looking for magic. He's looking for a bow, according to his personal tracker, at least.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't been to GTG yet. That'll be live.
It is Strength 3!
Strength 3! Look, okay. Well, the strength in the GTG's not passed, though the bow sure is, so that's not a problem, but that's why do we have all 3 strength upgrades already?
Alright, so, Mel, we've had a very interesting seed. I saw you put down a exclamation always. I believe for this turn it's path.
Well, no, we don't have an always specific hint. Some other channels have always hints. Just the entire command for always hints. But the short answer to that is everything is dead except for we've got a 50 Skulls Mirror Shield locking Stone Spirit, which locks Storms on AD. Nocturne's also on Burning Cack, so the only thing that AD can lock is Light Arrows. But if it is Light Arrows, we're in for fun!
We're in for quite the ride if it is Light Arrows. Locked behind Song of Storms or Mirror Shield, either one.
Yep. We are at lockdown of Spirit, by the way. There were no keys on Child. There was not a key on Child side for check.
Interesting.
Yes, bed's still open. I'm just lazy to close it. As we find Sun's on Greatless Choose. Yes, thank you. Much appreciated. As we know, we're all 5 chew packs. Oh, no, we do it. Chew pack does, yeah.
Yeah, this is a very explosive seed. 2 bomb bags and Mitos, and then all of our bomb chews, basically.
Yeah, we've seen 4 out of the 5 packs already, which is a little silly.
Random AD stands for all dungeons, which means you have to do both all the stone and all of the medallion dungeons to beat the game.
In these settings, yes. This can vary a bit, but yeah, in these settings, this means that normally you only need the 6 medallions to access Ganon's castle, as I totally missed a hint for check, though it doesn't much matter because we have all of them by now. But yes. Looks like that was the other Sun Song region. But yeah. All dungeons. Not only need 6 medallions, but sometimes, for whichever reason, we need the song off the acronym of Time Behind the 3 Stones, which would normally not otherwise be required, and that's what we call, oops, you need to. Well, that's what we call all dungeons, because you need to do all dungeons.
There's also the, I like to call it light AD, where you only had to dip into all the dungeons, you don't have to complete them all.
I have seen, I also like to call, so that's AD, and there's AD for the song, yeah, light AD we just had to dip. There's also just what I like to call oops AD for items, where you need to go into all of them anyway, because there's an item required in each of the stone dungeons, especially if they're deep in the stone dungeons too, like... For example, I remember there was one seed where it was like, Goma, Goma had one item, Spirit Boss Key Chest had an item, and then it was like, Marinade or something had the third, like, where you just need to go to the end of the stone dungeons anyway, so you might as well be doing AD because you're going to the end of them for those items. Or close to it. Yeah. Also, I should add that qualifiers here. The top 64 finishers will move on to the Season 6 main bracket. The next 64 finishers, the 65 through 128, will be invited to join the Challenge Cup, another tournament that is organized at the Silver Gauntlets organization and restream team. And that will be held concurrently with the Season 6 main bracket, so 128 runners get a chance to participate in a tournament here, coming out of qualifiers. And if you want to check out more info on the Challenge Cup, check out the Silver Gauntlets Discord, which I'll be posting in the chat.
Yep, we love all the Zooter.
So there's your link to the Discord. Hey, and... As I say that, Winnie, one of the other TSG orgs here, comes out of the woodwork. Hey there, Winnie. Shouting out TSG since I'm not. And we, of course, at TSG are also looking for volunteers, because we restream the Challenge Cup too, and there's a lot of races to be done. So, if you want to volunteer, there are plenty of opportunities. Check out the TSG Discord for more information.
Magic's on Big Rolling Goron.
Yep. Winnie's been looking. Fair enough, I suppose, since that makes sense, as you are showing as having put into that prediction, which closed a while ago. Chuck is now in GTG, Mario and Goomba are in Jabu, and Juke is finishing off Forest. People are doing their progression, though I am getting worried about that magic at this point for them.
Yeah, I don't see them going back to Child Goron.
No, it's... Especially with ZL being where it is, not the most convenient thing. Jeez, Phantom Ganon is trolling Juke quite hard. Yeah, it's quite a lot of tennis. Yeah, I hope for everyone else's sake that the second magic is available someplace easy and not in Shadow Temple like it tends to be, because this could be kind of... That's currently the seed's biggest troll, is that magic meter.
It's about the seed's only troll.
Yeah, I mean, everything else has showed up quite easily. There's not...
It really just depends on if you had bombs going into Child Goron City or not, and if you even went into Child Goron City.
I mean, you're almost guaranteed bombs going to Child Goron City with 2 bomb bags in Mito's house. The issue is whether or not you go there for 1 check.
Right.
Like, it's only 1 check, but it's pretty quick to just pop over there while you're going through Lost Woods. And in scenes like this, it can really come back to bite if you don't. Prelude for Juke, this is going to be to end Jabu for him. Oh yeah, Mario doesn't have TL. Shoutouts, by the way, to the how international the OoTR community is. We've got ourselves Mario's from the US. I want to say Czech is also from the US. I know Goomba, I believe, is Swedish, and Juke is Belgian. We have Juke
runners from all over.
Yep. I know I see FMZ in the race room. He is one of our only Asian runners. FMZ's from Taiwan, also a fantastic keyboard runner, capable of, in fact, pixel shotting, which won him a race in Season 4 on keyboard, which was quite something to see. Took him like 3 minutes in several tries, but very, very impressive.
Yeah, I could never imagine doing pixel shot on keyboard.
It's
Even
very
the thought
hard.
of it sends shivers down my spine.
For those who are wondering, Pixel Shot is a strat in the Fire Temple to reach the Scarecrow platform without the actual Scarecrow set. It is very precise. It requires a log shot. It's like 4 pixels, I believe, which is why it's called Pixel Shot. And it takes up some real setup even on the controller, never mind on keyboard.
It was only 3 pixels.
It's one of those things where no one's
small
quite
amount.
sure. It's very, very precise, yeah. Yeah, we've got
There's basically no room for error.
No. Yeah, Chick is one of Chuck Razor found strength 3 in Child Spirit.
Yeah. Child Spirit.
Yeah. Goomba's fairly unusual in being a Scandinavian. I know that Alex is, I believe, Master Alex, I think, is Norwegian if memory serves. And there might be one or two other. We might have a Danish runner or something. Probably too, but yeah. And then Juke is one of a lot of people who are from Francophone countries. We have a very, very large French-speaking OoTR community. From Quebec, from France, from Belgium, like Juke. We've got Swiss. Hell Knight, the main TSG org, is actually from Luxembourg. And others besides.
And of course, our beloved Trez is from Germany.
Yep, we've also got quite a large number of German runners. We've got some South American runners. Fabio is from Chile. I know Mr. Martin's actually Central American from Costa Rica. And we've got a pretty large Brazilian community, too. We've also got a decent-sized Spanish-speaking community, and the people besides. Scarlet, I want to say memory serves that you're one of the Portuguese speakers. I forget where from, but yes.
That was also a very clean Baronade from Goomba there.
Yes, it was. Very nice.
Vanilla heart container.
Yeah. And yeah, okay, my memory has not gone totally bonkers. Scarlet is from Brazil. I was like, I think you're Brazil. I know you're Portuguese speaking. I'm currently brain part of the actual country off the top of my head. Yeah. And I'm probably forgetting countries besides, because there's a lot of people in the community, and it's nice to see such representation. Can make scheduling a little bit of a pain, but oh, I forgot we found Australians too. There's the thing I forgot.
How could you forget the good down under?
I did mention Fabio Pixar. That craze needs to not die to diesel sulfurs. There we go. And there's Hammer for Juke. Yeah, it's really nice that we get such a wide representation from the community from all different countries. I know we've got Austrians as well as Germans. I tend to mix up the two as they both speak German, but anywho. Keeping track of things is hard.
Hey, we just have good representation all over.
Yeah, I usually at this point just don't assume people's nationalities, even if I know their native language, because there's several different francophone countries. I cannot tell the accents apart of. I cannot tell a Belgian accent from a Swiss accent from a French accent by and large. I can tell they're not from Quebec because that's a fairly distinct one, but amongst the various European French accents, no idea personally, and I've got even less of an idea with German. So I don't bother.
I know.
Nowadays.
I know.
I've made that there a few times too many for him. It's kind of, yeah.
Brain. I know a little bit of like 1 or 2 sentences maybe in every language, but my accent is horrible. My pronunciation is worse.
Yeah. I myself am trilingual, as Check Race gets the second vote here in GTG. I myself am trilingual. I am a native English Mandarin speaker. I'm from the US, but my parents are both from China, and I spent a good chunk of my childhood in China, so I'm fairly fluent in Mandarin. Used to be more so, a little bit less so in recent years, unfortunately, due to a very severe lack of practice. Sadly, there are very, very few Chinese runners in the rando and speedrun communities because of the Chinese government's heavy censorship. FMZ is something of an outlier on that front, from Taiwan, which does have less restrictive...
Goron sword.
Nice BGS. FMZ is from Taiwan, which is less restrictive in terms of... which does not have the same censorship as the, anything else? Wait... What? I thought that was a Goron tunic from the Lostwood Scrub Grotto. What? We would just get a BGS from there. I'm a little confused.
Mr. Mario got Big Goron sword in Fire Temple.
Oh, Fire Temple. Okay, I was just... Okay, me getting confused. I was like, huh? That makes more sense. I got lost. But yes, Taiwan is its own country, to be correct. I was noticed taking the FMC's unusual in being a Chinese speaker. He and I do not actually speak the same accent, the same dialect, because Taiwan speaks a different one does not speak Mandarin as its primary language. I'm not sure what its dialect is primarily, but Mandarin is not it. Yeah, Taiwan, Chinese speakers are incredibly rare. There's not exactly a lot of Taiwanese people, and then mainland China has severe restrictions that block both Discord and Twitch, I'm pretty sure, which gets into fun.
Alright.
Yeah, the whole political situation with China and Taiwan is extremely complicated. That is why I'm being careful to specify that SMZ is Taiwanese and that Taiwan and China are separate countries. Taiwan doesn't like it either. You say that they're part of China, and I know it. But that's a very complicated situation. I'm not going to get into the details of on top. Yeah.
I completely avoid political conversations for a reason.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a native bilingual English Mandarin. I do also understand a little bit of my mom's native dialect, which is distinct from Mandarin. And then, because China has quite considerable linguistic variance, basically every province has its own dialect. And even every single one of the 55, I believe, recognized minorities in China also has its own dialect or language. So, I, for instance, would not, if I visit Hong Kong, would not be able to understand most people there because they speak Cantonese, which is almost complete and utter gibberish to me. It makes about as much sense to me as Portuguese would, probably. I might recognize one or two words, but nothing more than that because they're very, very different pronunciations.
Oh, so, in a weekly last week, me and Felix were debating the race room name meta.
Yeah.
Because it was something Dompe, and he had the Lens of Truth, which led to on Child Digging, which led to the Mirror Shield on Treasure Chest minigame. And this week, of course, for this race, it's Trusty Falvagia and Fire Temples required.
So we'll see where that boss key is. I'm not sure what Trusty would imply, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, I myself am also Francophone. French is my third language. I've spoken it for a good decade and something now. And the OoTR Francophone community has been very good to that point of improving my French skills.
Well, I'm from the South, so I speak 4 languages. English, Southern, sarcasm, and bullcrap.
Yeah. Seriously, I do actually recommend if you're learning French and want to improve it. There are a lot of the Francophone community has a lot of people who stream all the time, and watching enough of them is what really got my French to be pretty practical. You will learn some very, very as I'm fixing Check Race's stream. Oops. You will learn some very specialized vocabulary because, rando things. It does come with a nice bonus of actually improving the language skills as well. Hopefully Check Raise is back. If he is, excellent. And
Thank you,
Deep
Herb.
Fire continues for Mario.
English and swearing. Hey, look. Map chest is the boss key.
Alright, there's the boss key. Koopa getting a nice 1620 is gonna get his Kokiri sword, which... Ah, thanks, random value. Yeah, I did commentary in French sometimes for both LTDPR and OOTR, and that is only possible because I've spent a lot of time with the Francophone communities for both. Because French comms is hard. Comms in any language. Comms is hard, period, especially in not your native language. We also greatly appreciate our comms who do English commentary in languages that are not their first, because it is not easy to reach a level in a non-native language to the point where you can commentate in it, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's the ability to hold a conversation for 3 hours. It's also vocabulary. It's being able to think up sentences on the fly.
Yeah, sentence structure
Sometimes
is
go
really
off on
confusing in every other language.
Yeah. Sometimes the ability to go off on tangents can be very hard in your non-native language. I myself have gotten myself into a few rabbit holes that did not go so well when I went off on tangents in French.
All skulls but 50 are dead, because that was 10.
Yep. Then there's also, like, for languages that have genders, for instance, as, oh, oops, Juke didn't quite position Rudo right there on the Switch.
He did that twice.
Yeah, for languages like French, Portuguese, I believe, Spanish, German, that are gendered, you get into the whole shenanigans that is remembering gendered things when talking. Because that sucks, frankly.
Also, Mr. Mario had a little bit of struggle with Elijah there, accidentally messing up the quick strats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look, Composer's Grave.
Hey, Tannerin, we hit global mode, half an hour ago, 48 minutes in.
More like 45 minutes, but okay.
No, it's 48 minutes for the hammers when I saw that. When I
Okay,
considered
fair enough.
official go ahead, yeah. I think it was from Mario when we first saw it. Yeah, Mario still needs a magic meter.
Everybody still needs magic besides Juke.
Yep. Check Raise, checking Composer Grave for minuets. He hasn't beaten Forest yet, so that's actually useful.
In
Never from Saga of Types and Ice Cavern.
I'm sorry, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Muggle mode.
Yep. Tannerin, how many layers be? We don't know, honestly. It's gonna be a little while yet before anybody gets the hint. Cause let's see.
Yeah.
Mario
it
needs
could be
to.
very, very bad though.
It could be, because let's see. Mario needs to beat Forest. Goomba needs to beat Deku and Jabu. Juke needs to beat
Deku and Fire.
Sorry. No. Oh yeah, Deku and Fire. Sorry. Yeah. Tracker is wonky. Fire is the Fire Med. Jabu is the Water Med. Goomba's got the Fire Med marked on his track right now. Yeah. Juke is missing Jabu and Fire. Well, it's in Jabu and needs to do Fire, and Check Raise needs to Fire, Deku, and Forest. There we go. Thanks. Yeah, as far as how I can like there is the small problem of Song of Swords being on Ocarina of Time, with 50 skulls having the mirror and all of the other skulls being dead. It's probably not required.
I mean, that's still what? How many checks are involved in the well?
It's 13 items in the well and 2 more in grottos and another on the Frogs 1 check.
16 checks.
Yep, 16 checks.
17 checks.
Plus
Something
even
like
more behind Mirror Shield in Spirit. At least 2, possibly 3.
I know of... 2... I know the 2, that's the,
Kappa Spirit and Volve are guaranteed items. 4 hours could be an item, could be a key.
okay. Yeah, it could be really, really bad, Tana.
It could be fine. It could be really bad. We won't know until somebody gets to Dwarf. And we're also hoping that there's there's a second magic available because the Hot Rodder one is going to troll people. No, so qualifiers are based on placements. Top 64 runners go to the main bracket, which will be double elimination 64-person bracket. The next 64 runners, 65th through 128th, or whatever that ends up being, because we usually do have a couple of drops. And then the next 64 will go to the Challenge Cup, hosted by the Silver Gauntlets, as Guma gets his hammer there, where the Challenge Cup is going to be groups of 4, round robin. Top 2 move on to a 32-person single elimination bracket.
As for how we calculate points, it depends on where you place in each qualifier compared to everybody else.
Yep. I think it's top 7 is used as a part as an average time, more or less, there else, and then your points are calculated based on the standard deviation of that, with adjustments made for jet seeds and seeds that have a lot of variance in finish times and so on. The entire calculation is quite common.
But yeah,
that's a basic idea.
16 qualifiers?
There are more than 16 qualifiers this year. Quite a lot more than 16 qualifiers. I think there's 19.
Oh, is there 19? I thought it was 16.
No, it was 18 last year. It's 19 total. You're signed up for qualifier 19, madam.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're on the sheet.
I didn't even look at the number of the qualifier. I just went for the ones I knew I'd be available for and put my name down. Based on time and day.
Why not 20 quals? You'd have to ask the race mods. 1980 is just the same, it's just the last digit sitting around. But yeah, 19 qualifiers. Your best score is your best and worst. A maximum of 8 qualifiers will count towards your score. Your best score will be dropped in your 6th through 8th races will be dropped. So 4 total races that actually count. Yeah, you can do more than 8 quals, the rest doesn't matter at all. Even if you beat your best time, best points total, it won't count towards these scores.
I mean, it's the first 8 you do, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, a lot of our runners just enjoy racing so much, they'll do more than 8. And there's nothing wrong with that. Though they will beat themselves up a little bit if they get a better time.
Yep. Yeah, to be fair, having 19 quals is hard to find up to 8 quals to join. With 816, it's a bit hard to do, yeah. Because as someone who has put together qualifier schedules for other tournaments, it's really hard to figure out one that doesn't totally suck for at least one time zone. And you can't please everyone, unfortunately. You have to try and pick a mix of the NA-friendly, EU-friendly, hopefully, you know, have some that are not terrible for the Asian and Australian runners, so there's so few of them, it's also hard to give them a lot of calls that are good for them without being terrible for everyone else. Call schedules are really hard to come up with. Our last call is just before Christmas on the 22nd of December. We'll probably spend the time between Christmas and New Year's verifying who all wants to participate, and I anticipate brackets for the main tournament and groups for the Challenge Cup will start in early January. Yeah, and NA Friendly also has a mix of East Coast Friendly versus West Coast Friendly, which adds to the challenge, correct, Winnie?
I mean, it's only a 3-hour difference, but it's still a difference.
Yeah, because, like, for example, 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern is great for after work, but it's too early still for PST.
And if you do it too late, where it's friendly for West Coast after work, yeah.
Like that's the case. Like call 3, 10 p.m. Eastern is great for the Pacific West Coasters, manageable for East Coast, and good luck for EU.
Good luck.
I think everyone is strength 2 by now because everybody has a bow, and you needed strength, and the bow was next to the strength 2, so that should be a particular problem. But yeah, note for the trackers.
Is it not? No, it is not.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern is equal to 4 a.m. Central European time on the next day, which is 4 a.m. is a bit tough generally for most people. There are always people who have really funky sleep schedules, but generally that can get a little rough with their usual work times. Alright, Goomba is fighting the lower Flare Dancer. Goomba should be the first of our runners to get to the Dwarf hint, since this fire is going to take less time than this forest from Mario, and actually
Well,
Juke is in fire too, and that's his last medallion, so it's
boss
close.
key for Fire Temple was on map chest, right?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah. It'd really suck for our runners. Well, it wouldn't suck. It'd be pretty fast, but double dipping fire always sucks if you had to go back to Fire Temple.
I think, I think pretty sure all 4 of these guys know Pixel Shot at least, but yeah. Would have sucked if they had to like bring Italy for Scarecrow and come back. They still might need to come back here for lights.
Yeah.
This is the only thing in Forest, correct?
I would say Juke is in front because he has magic. That is a very, very accurate statement.
Yep.
Yeah, going for Child Goron is... Especially when it's... no, go ahead.
Switching audio to Juke, speaking of that reminder, actually.
Ah. Why switching audio to Juke?
Since he's relatively ahead, all things considered.
That's fair.
Goomba does not have clean audio, everyone else is usable.
Yeah. Derunia has light arrows, oh god.
I mean, that would be fine, all things considered, honestly.
Okay. Well, Juke's not that far behind Goomba here in Fire Temple.
No, just a couple of checks behind, really. They're very close.
Yeah, Darunia having lights would be a blessing for these runners. That's when you take the script, throw it into the air, and make a very exasperated sound. Like Mario who draws up a contract that they settle out of court.
Yeah, Darunia having magic would honestly be nice, considering that would send people. Having light sire would be nice, considering they send people back to their magic. Otherwise, there's double magic's an honest to goodness question. Like, if we still don't see it by the time we see a light, I might have to put a bet for where this double magic's gone off to, because I'm getting a little concerned about that.
Yeah. A little. If it's magic locked, there's not very many places it can be. Composer's Grave. Unless,
check, I think.
Oh, did he check the chest? I wasn't sure if he did or not.
I'm not sure either.
I know he went in there for the song, which was, What song was it, actually?
Song
of Time, right. Or Minuet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chest nothing, thank you, Siberian.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Minuet was, Minuet's brain, thanks, anyway.
Yeah, so, that leaves most of Shadow Temple. And then,
Shadow, all of Adult Spirit, it leaves Water, it leaves, it just in general.
Magic locked?
I mean, in general, not necessarily magic locked. Yeah, magic locked magic is Shadow, some Spirit, potentially.
And then, Desert. Yeah, Brain, Desert.
Wasteland's a bottle, so.
Light arrows in Shadow would be mock-ass for people without magic. Oh god.
Yes, it would, Scarlet. Yes, it would.
Luckily, I didn't get Nocturnes pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Nocturne was on AD, and it was Light Arrows and Shadow.
That would have been fun. Yeah. No, I mean, Nocturne today, I mean, Shadows of Stone today, so Nocturne AD would have been more of a problem then.
Mm-hmm.
Overrisk could also be an issue if it isn't Shadow. Yeah, Waterfall's not the greatest spot. Mario and Check Race both have hovers, Goomba and Juke do not.
Right. That's only if you have to go to Shadow, that's a troll spot.
Yeah.
I'm always a proponent of the child going through Ranch, Valley Lake, if you don't spawn in Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Spawning in Lake kind of kills that, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Alright, there's boss key for Goomba, and Juke is right behind. I don't know how Juke caught up, but I swear he was like more like 30 seconds to a minute behind, and now he's more like 10.
Right.
Maybe.
Better peak? I don't know.
Not sure how he just caught up like at least 20 seconds there, but hey, it works, it works. Goomba didn't do map chest right away, that would be why, right? Okay, Goomba went around while Juke shot the ice switch, that would be it. Yeah, even though Juke looks to be just behind Goomba right now, Juke is actually in the lead due to having that magic meter.
Right. Oh, yeah, also, he failed ground jump twice, and he didn't do the map chest right away. He did the whole room first. Okay.
Oof, yeah, that'll do it.
That would explain how Juke caught up.
Yeah. Mario on purple Poe, Check Race on the red Poe.
Juke
They have
doing
names,
Juke
I
things.
never remember them besides it's Meg from purple, so I don't bother.
Brain, word, memory things. I don't remember them either, for the life of me.
I know that they're the 4th edition Little Women, Amy, Beth, Joelle, and Meg. I just don't remember the other 3 and what the order of the other 3 is.
Right. I want to say Joelle is the blue one, but I could be wrong. It's either the blue one or the yellow one.
I have no idea. There's no yellow Poe, it's blue, red, and green.
Oh! Ariosa finished.
35-23!
So it's not all
fast! It's not all dungeons. Lights are presumably just on the way then, because Goomba and Juke are because Juke's not far behind here, honestly. As Goomba does a nice one cycle on Volvagia, and is getting key.
Interesting. Yeah,
So
definitely not lighting well.
No, definitely not. GG's Curiosa then.
Yeah.
Curiosa, the winner of Season 5, by the way. 135-23.
Yeah, everyone clears up Sphere 1 and Sphere 0 for Magic now.
And where's Magic, Alex? Hot Rodder. Yeah, VX Hot Rodders always see Jet Seeds are not good for quals. It can be tough because, especially for top runners like these, who can get a really good amount of points on a long, slow, and linear seed because they'll just out-execute everyone else. For top runners like these four, but on a jet seed, it's just a matter of how fast do you route it and how fast and how efficiently do you route the seed to get your items and how much extra stuff do you do? Because like Juke's routed fast. That still did some extra checks apparently on the way that wasn't it, and everyone else on Restream's getting trolled by magic. And that's the challenge with the jet seed. Fun facts, the jet seed mitigation maxes out an hour 40. Interesting. Fun fact. Thanks, Winnie, for that. Who knows the point calculation formula better than I do. Yeah, jets are rough on points because the points will run out quickly. Being, 5 minutes behind top 7 is one thing when top 7 averages a 2 hour 30, and it's another thing when top 7 averages an hour 50, for instance. Relative to anything that does change things, even with the adjustment for... Even if there is an adjustment for jet seed.
Yeah, that does answer the mirror prediction.
Yes, it does. I'll go resolve that and figure out the bet once we see the, which I apparently never closed the bet. Whoops. Anywho, that's closed, and we'll see where this is. There's only a handful of people who could even win this one, it looks like. We'll see. What's the worst spot for light arrows? Can't be anything too bad, Engine Nerd, considering that Karios finished in an hour 35. It has to be pretty quick.
At this point, with him, the very first check after hover boots in Shadow would be the worst.
Something like that. It has to be very, very quick. Random value. Did you miss anything recently? Karios is done in an hour 35, so we know these light arrows have to be someplace really fast.
If it's in this chest right here.
It could be. Answer is nice bottle. Yeah, this is a super jet seed. Like Juke is going to be in the hour 45 range if this later are just in cannons.
We found a bug in the seed.
Yeah. What happened to Goomba? I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, Goomba's actually fallen even more behind Juke on the way here. I'm not sure how.
A couple of checks. Looking
Did
for
he do
magic.
DMC Fairy, maybe?
Yeah, he did DMC Fairy, and I believe DMT Fairy.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I was paying more attention to Juke at that point. So yeah, that's how Goomba and Mario are now very close together in cannons as Check Raise is heading for Meg. And alright, here's the information we're waiting for.
No, my prediction is completely wrong.
Magic is needed to fire the light arrows. It's not needed for anything else in the game, but you do need it to fire the lights. And verdict is
Inside the castle.
No surprise. And we have a Juke doesn't have strike 3. Actually, that might be a problem. We know where it is. Unfortunately, he does not. Check Raise is the only one of our forerunners with strength 3. And I have no idea. Like, it's possible Karius could have routed in Child Spirit at some point.
Yeah. Probably when he got,
Like, it's a little bit of time, but it's not that much, especially with Requiem being out in Path SFM. I could see him going there, and,
yeah.
I'm really hoping
with
for their sake it's not.
Path Requiem on Sacred Forest, I could see most runners dipping Child Spirit at least. You know?
Or a good number of them, yeah. Like, check is the one who did it on ratio, but there were 109 people who joined this race. There's going to be a lot of different routes possible here.
Pick up that key just in case. It's good.
Well,
prediction result is nope.
Yeah. Yeah, we have had 2 additional forfeits since Karios' finish. Fair enough.
Yep. I think Juke is basically the only one that can get through most of this because he has magic.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going to be hunting it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, magic on Hot Rodder is mean. I assume Kariosa did the same as Juke did, which is to route Hot Rodder with Lost Woods. It is slightly out of the way. It's only one. It's technically a slight detour, and it's only one check, but it's also not that hard a check to do. And in seeds like this, it can really matter.
Not many other places he can check now.
Now, Mario doesn't have long shot. Goomba doesn't have magic recovers for Shadow Child 2. Is Mario? How does Mario not have a long shot?
Did he never go?
Wait, where are lights? I just totally missed it. Spirit Child? Okay. So that's fine for Juke. Good.
Yeah, okay. Okay, he went the opposite way around. Alright.
Oh, Mario never went to ranch, that's why he doesn't have, like, a long shot. I was like, how does he not have that? But that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He never got Bolero either. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, because Mario was the one who had Kokiri early, as there's official Goma for Juke, an hour 42. Should be a little over an hour. hour 46, hour 47 finish time here. Yep, officially a Zelda seed. Is what a seed really.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a ZL seed. I've seen where you can do water temple without ZL, but I've never seen a seed that doesn't require it at all.
It's rare, but it does happen. Here's lights for Mario. And now Goomba and Mario are wondering, where's this magic meter that's early that Cariosa had to have gotten quickly considering he finished in hour 35?
Yeah.
Juke is not far behind. He could be second unless someone snipes him, which is entirely possible. Like, they have to know magic has to be somewhere early because Cariosa finished so quickly.
You can
can't
resolve
be
the
any
bit
place.
now, by the way.
Yeah, it can't be any place too stupid. Yeah, so
Yeah.
nobody on the premium bets bet anything resembling Ganon's castle, and on the other side, Ganon's castle wins. GG's Lucid Dreamer. You are the only winner on this bet. Standard in the standard tournament refers to the rule set that we run off of.
There's several rule sets you can play on. Standard is just the... I'm trying to think of a way to say it without saying standard 40 times in the sentence.
Yeah.
Like, we have random settings. We have all sanity, where everything is randomized. You know,
And
no
also-
logic. Stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, GG's Asuna finishing second at 144.10. Speaking of members of the Francophone community, Asuna is one of them. I've co-commed with him once or twice for the Francophone tournament. And Asuna is himself, I believe this might be his first main tournament season, maybe second, but very, very good finish time.
Also, I love that nearly every Zelda game has a cheese for Ganon. Like,
There's always
bottle
something,
or
yeah.
fishing rod.
Boulder of Destiny here for Goomba. Forgot he hadn't done that yet. Yeah, Random Playing also runs in the standard rule set. Most tournaments do run in the standard rule set, but there's also usually other things going on besides just standard rule set. Yeah.
It's a boulder. And you can lift it with relative ease.
GG's Words for Swords, third place, 145.19.
Oh, that's words for sword. I always miss the second S. I always think it's words for words.
Names are hard.
Yeah. A lot of things are hard. Talking is hard.
Yep.
Alright.
And honestly, between the remaining three runners, it's a race to magic is what it mostly is.
Yeah, it'll be a race to see who gets magic first. Goomba and Mr. Mario in good spots going child.
If double magics and light trial or OGC, that could be really good for chat.
Yeah. Because he might just go check light trial first.
There are several items in light trial. We saw at least one key, so there's a minimum 6 items in there, possibly 7. No, minimum 7 is possibly 8. Because yeah, hour 48 long check. Mario's not gonna be killed by this long shot.
Oh no.
Dumpy digging here from Goomba. Duke is being given the runaround and spinach by Ganon here. Long check for Mario. And that is Ganon down for Duke.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna finish just a little over 147.
Yep.
Oh, sniped. Fanta tanked, 4th place, 147 flat.
There we are. Yep. GG's Fanta 147 flat and Juke 147.24. Numbers are hard. Wow. Brain. Thanks.
Very good time though.
Yeah, very, very good time.
We gonna get Juke in here for an interview?
Need to sort that out. There was a bit of confusion over who
right.
actually was on the restream too. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot
We
about
will sort him out. We'll see if he comes to join us. It's his choice, so we'll see.
that. Mhm.
Goomba's heading for Goron City, which is good for him. This will be magic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very
like
good for
5
him.
minutes out.
Yeah.
We cannot switch to his audio as he doesn't have usable audio.
Right. But we will switch to Mr. Mario because he's probably the next after to finish, depending on where the other magic is. You know, Goomba's happy to see that magic. We also have 4 forfeits now.
I was gonna say, I hope we don't have 4 DQs, Monka Omega. That would be concerning.
Right. I just DNF on the race room, and my brain stopped for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, Sponge, 6th place, 148.56.
GG, Sponge. Juke will be joining us for an interview once he finds his way over here.
Looks like Goomba might make it to the top 7. Nope, there is never a time limit.
Nope, Triforce Splits is unusual in that front, but nope, we do not have a time limit. It's just however long it takes you to beat Ganon. Whether that be an hour 35 or 5 hours plus.
We've had a 5-hour plus seed before.
Yes. Yeah. Because anyone can join these races. Can't promise you will make a bracket, but you can join this race even if this is your first race ever. You could theoretically do a qualifier as your first ever seed. I think race 7 have a 24-hour limit. Okay, there might be that. Yeah. Like technically, yeah. Generally, though, there's not really much of a limit besides that. Because anyone can join a race, and you may take as long as you choose. However long that will be. Yeah, even with the races usually face at least 8 to 10 hours. It does vary a bit depending on the seed. This one is going to have quite a bit of variance just because of that magic location. I see Juke in the waiting room now. Hey Juke, GG's.
GG's, Duke.
Yo.
So,
Yo.
jet seat, huh?
Yeah. I didn't like the seat, to be honest. Like, when I found the hammer, I knew I was, like, probably, like, 10 minutes behind. I was surprised that I still got a decent finish, to be honest.
Yeah, so, fun fact, Juke, is that you were the only person on Restream to get magic before, Ganon, basically.
Where was magic again?
Hot Rodder.
Hot Rodder.
Oh my god, what the fuck? How did they miss
Big
that?
rolling. Well, nobody else routed in.
So nobody else did Hot Rodder after getting both Pompax from Mido's house, Juke.
Yeah, that's... I don't know. I guess that's risky. To not do in a qual.
Yeah, I mean, it's one check that's out of the way, but if you don't do it, it could cost you. Like, Goomba's now getting to Ganon. Mario is still hunting for magic, and he's currently an adult DMT, which isn't going to help him. And check raise is beating Volvagia. Check unfortunately did GTG, I think, really late, which ended up being a bit of a problem for them. And I'm pretty sure Check was last at GTG out of our 4 on Restream.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but he did get strength 3.
This was
he
one
did
of
get strength 3.
Wait, where was that?
Child Spirit.
Oh my god. I got scared a little bit in trials. I went with the wrong order and last locked the light arrows, and I was scared that I might need the... Like, I had flashbacks to S5, that one qual where you needed strength 3.
Oh yeah, we were worried for a little while that your old dungeons was going to be required with 50 skulls.
Oh yeah, I thought about the online.
And then we saw Karios thought that, I was like, yeah, no, lights have to be quick. There's no way that's 80.
Yeah, Karios is the reason I went with left side trials first. I usually do spirit trial first and then go like counterclockwise, but then I saw his time and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do forest and water trial first.
Oops.
So I ended up going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It happens.
I think my worst decision in this seed is, I don't know how, I didn't realize when I found the strength that a bow had to be in GTG. So I played Bolero and I went to get the song in SFM and dipped Forest, which was really bad. Because I basically had knowledge that a bow was in GTG, so I should have just done GTG first, and then I saved so much movement, because I one-trip Forest, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
No, GG Seize and Zavi finishing 1 second apart. 152.58, 152.59. That's fast. Nice snipe there. That is also top 7. Go dig out the standings. Yeah.
So, Juke, how are you feeling about your prospects for this season?
So far, the first 2 races I did were alright. First one I was a little bit disappointed on, because I lost so much time to a dumb mistake. This one was alright. Could have been better, but I can't complain about a 5th.
Yeah. Hey, 5th's a good place.
Yeah. Like when I saw Cariosa finish at first, I thought I was gonna end up like 15th or something. But then I saw nobody was finishing, so I had my hopes up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, well, you, Goomba, and Mr. Mario all entered to get the hint about the same time. Like, a few seconds apart, but they had not gotten magic, so that helps you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Goomba finishing 9th place, 154.24. I think the biggest troll of the seed has to be the magic.
I think it is, because so much else was just on the way or hinted. Like, your hints were pretty decent this seed, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like it was the same thing as yesterday's seed. Everything is easy except long shot, and this time I guess it was the magic.
Yeah.
This was a very stacked early seed.
We were in glow mode on race stream at 48 minutes when Mario got his hammer out of Deku. It was that silly.
Damn.
We're just like, oh, okay. Well, we thought it might be by that point because hammer was basically the only thing that could be in Deku for that path anyway. But it was like, okay, sure. I guess that's glow mode.
11th and 12th place. 155.23 and 155.27. Felix and
see 155.19. GG's.
Did anyone on the stream do adults after Lotto Ranch? Like before? Kiri Forest?
Goomba did
Mr.
adult
Mario
very
just
early,
did
I think.
Yeah. I usually
Mr.
do
Mario...
that. Like in this seed, we had Bolero in Lotto Ranch, and then we had Forest Medallion start, so you had 3 songs you can get already if you go adult early. But then, when I booted the seed, I was planning to always say if I'm in Kokiri Forest. Any other spawn, I warp out. And then I warped out immediately and noticed that I spawned on Lake entrance from Hyrule Field, which is usually better, you just go get Open Grotto and then go to Lotto Ranch from there. So I was mad that I missed, the Open Grotto. And I was like, okay, after Ranch, I'm just gonna say warp and do that and go to Kokiri Forest. And it's paid off so well because it had bomb bags.
Speaking of bomb bags, Checkmate just found the latest one in Light Trial. So sadly no magic for him in Ganon's. We were hoping that he might benefit from Strength 3 by getting double magic in Ganon's, but no. And then Mario's an Adult Spirit, which unfortunately really isn't it. GGT2 finishing 13th, 156.29. Well, double magic could be here for Mario, but we know that this is... I was not looking at keys at all, so I've got no idea if this place is fire-locked. But we know that there is another magic available for them both, unfortunately. This could take a while.
Maybe Mario isn't looking to face him.
He might not be, I don't know how much he looks at
because
it.
It doesn't seem like his metagame enough to finish times.
I don't think that's usually his play, no.
Yeah.
I've been... me and Felix were talking last week about race room name meta. Festi Babaji, a fire temple. And then last week, I believe it was, we had Tricky
Dompe
Dompe
was
or
it?
something like that. And Dompe had the lens for Mirror Shield. Which is
Yeah.
interesting, but doesn't always work that way.
No, the fire key wasn't actually all that. Valsky wasn't too bad. Map chest. That was interesting, actually, Juke. You and Goomba were in fire at the same time. He was slightly ahead of you going in, but had a little bit of trouble getting to in the middle part of fire that leads to the boss key. And like you shot the ice switch and went there immediately, he went around and had a little trouble, which ended up nice iron boots for Mario off the Colossus right hand.
Oh.
But you ended up pulling ahead of Gooman just on execution and been rounding really in fire, which is funny to see. And then he checked like the DMT and DMC fairies before going cannons because he was still missing magic at the time.
Oh yeah.
Check race is dipping from Ganon's castle after getting validation check.
Who was he looking for? Magic?
Magic.
He also doesn't have light arrows yet. He didn't go up and get the hint. All right, did he get light arrows in the? Yeah, he did. He get light arrows. Brain. He didn't just he just didn't mark it. So yeah, he's looking for magic. Yeah, everybody's just looking for magic. Well, Juke, how do you like the settings for this season?
I mean, I don't know. They're okay.
Yeah. Personally, it's a lot of low health seeds because of the chest size and chest contents matching the outside of the chest.
Yeah, this seed was unusually low HP. I usually never end up this low HP. I guess it's because of the bomb bag immediately. Usually I open a bunch of small chests.
Yeah.
But when you find bomb bag early, it's like you end up like this with 4 hearts or 5 hearts.
Yep.
Right,
GG's vote 14 to 159.36.
We also found all of the bomb chew packs early as well.
Yeah. Also, you just reminded me that the 4 hearts cost me so much time in GTC.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it did.
Like, I had to save warp and then the Salphos jump slash me at the last second.
Oh yeah.
I was praying that I find health before. Actually, like, I didn't have bow yet, so it was okay. I was like probably fine. In my head, I was like, because I didn't need to void in the lava room. But then I found the bow, but thankfully there was health.
Okay, so gonna break a thing or two here, switching to a 2-player scene since these two might be a little wild on their magic meters.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Alright,
Alright,
thanks
GG's.
for racing.
GG's.
Good.
Thanks for the interview.
GG's on your placement.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right, see ya.
Bye. Are we gonna get Goomba in here?
Sadly, no interview for him. GG's to Red Knight, I know, 15th, 16th, 2 hours 30 seconds, 2 hours 36 seconds.
Alright. So it looks like we got magic hunts. And they're at the wrong age.
Yes, it does.
This is shaping up to be a, we might find second magic before they go back child.
Yeah, they might. We should have a functional 2-person scene. The trackers may be a little busted. Apologies to our trackers. You will want to double check that. GG's to Skull is finishing 17th, 201.36.
Yeah, very nice.
This is the the best of 3 score is still showing on there from yesterday. That is now cleared. And thanks, there we are. Trackers listed. Okay, yeah. Check the internal text channel. The individual tracker links are posted there. Since switching it around tends to break things a bit. Alright, looks like that's sorted for the most part now. So, and magic hunts.
Magicons.
They have to be wondering where their magics are because they know that there's been a lot of sub 2 finishes. So the magic
Unless they're
can't
not
be this.
checking it.
Yeah, they might not be checking it because, like, if they did, I don't think they would be here, frankly, considering that it's so out of the way for them both. And you know, from finish times, magic has to be somewhere pretty quick with how this scene went. It can't be Deep Spirit, and it can't be. It probably isn't Ice Cavern either.
Slowly see all the songs filling in.
Yep, because they don't show up on our 4P layout.
Yep. They just take up too much space. Oh, that is a big chest.
And it was a big chest. And it is another slingshot.
That's what, all the bomb bags, all the slingshots?
All the bomb bags, all the slingshots, correct.
2 of the bows?
Yep. All 4 bottles.
All 4 bottles. Holy crap. Well, we got bugs, blue fire. What was the last bottle?
Lake Trial had a bottle.
Yeah,
And
that's
Sugar
blue fire.
finishing 18th, 203.53. Yeah, that was a blue fire bottle again.
Hey, Felix. Yeah, no, I don't think they're looking at finish times because both of them are still hunting for nothing but magic.
And they are going to places that can't be magic if you're metagaming in any fashion at all. Oh no, Felix!
Oh,
GG's
no.
died to Cannon and lost top 10. That feels bad. Oh no.
You're doing adult fishing?
It's a it's a check.
Oh, this feels rough.
This feels rough for sure. GG's Fair finishing 19th, 204.54. Had him on in the weekly restream last weekly, doing a decent bit better this time around. It's only 5 points in the long run, but it's a big hit to the morale lol. Yeah, Felix, it always feels bad. And a handful of points can matter sometimes, for standings. Speaking of standings, actually, Cariosa gets 1,099 points out of this, almost the maximum. The cap is 1,100. Alsuna gets 1016, Words Restored 1005, Fanta Tank 994, and then Juke 992. Let me go post the link in the chat. Yes, Felix, they both got Eponas and didn't do Child Goron City. It's bad. They got the bomb bags and didn't do Child Goron City. GG's Yoshi's are plenty at 205.50. I bet Juke is going to get a solid 992 points out of this, and Goomba gets a 955 here out of this qualifier, if I'm reading the standings page correctly. Yep, 955. Yoshi's over there got 895. So the points are steadily decreasing by the finish as time goes on, especially with a pretty quick top 7. The end, being every extra minute is a lot relative to the total average time used for calculations.
Yep.
You feel like saying he was in Child Goron looking for Zealok checks for K-Sword and then found magic and went, either Requiem's not ready to hear or it's a song in Child SFM. Lid. Yeah.
Juke was
the only runner on Restream to get magic early. I was a little surprised because 2 bomb bags in Mito's house means routing in the Hot Rod in with Child Lost Woods isn't actually too terrible, so it is only 1 check. And if you don't do it, it can come back to bite you, like it has for these 2.
Oh, right, because we got,
Oh yeah, Felix, fun fact, Fortress's Path to Volvagia. For what extremely little that would have been worth.
It just basically points to Epona song being to Volvagia.
Yeah, bit of an eye roll from our end. Alright,
I mean, not that, brain. Not, Deku Treat of Volvagia.
Fortress of Volvagia was River. Deck to Volvagia was probably what Felix had. Speaking of path ends, here's the whole list. That was a Bow in GTG, a Pona Song in SFM for a K-Sword and HBA. Obviously, the Hammer was in Deku for Volvagia. Runo's Letter was clearly the Path and Graveyard for Baronade. And that hint Felix was on the Lost Woods Bridge. And then Fortress of Volvagia for that Carry Sword.
Oh, I feel really bad for all these checks they're doing.
Every
check they do as adult just makes me feel worse and worse for them.
Because I think it's becoming pretty obvious that wherever double magic is, it's not available.
Well, actually, words, the Strength 3 was in Child Spirit, which you didn't have to go to GTG to get, so...
Yeah. Check Race did pick that up, that's where he got it. We are up to 8 forfeits now, I'm not entirely surprised.
Yeah, that magic's kind of troll.
It is. That's why we're getting such a spread in finish times. This is not a... we've mentioned before how jet seeds can be rough for qual points because, you know, being 5 minutes behind top 7 on a 2-hour 30 seed is going to be a lot less impactful than a 5 minutes behind top 7 on, you know, a hour 50 seed, which is about... It's like an hour 47-ish is about where the average time is for top 7 here. Hour 45, hour 47, and that is, there are some adjustments in the algorithm for things like this, but even accounting for that, there is a very difficult, even accounting for that, it's very tricky to, like, the further behind you are, because we are now 35 minutes behind Kyrgios's finish time, about 25 minutes behind that at top 7 average by this point. I'm not sure the exact amount, but it's been a while. We're like 25 odd minutes behind the average top 7, and points are dropping considerably. GG's to Peppy, 23rd, 209.48. And indeed, speaking of points dropping quite a bit, the further down we get, Peppy only got 868 points out of that 209.
The big chest in the middle of GGG was another bow.
Yep. Yeah, that was funny.
Which was technically bow locked due to key locations.
Yeah. Of course. Felix, exactly.
Oh, hey, Mario's child.
Mario is child, and so is Jack Race. Please go. Please go to Child Goron City, guys. We'd like to see you finish sometime soon. Because it feels bad, it's just mostly a feels bad at this point. I understand why they're still looking, but it just feels bad.
Oh no, is Mario doing chickens? Oh yeah,
yes,
Fitchy Skull Mirror Shield.
That was great. GG's Majarkin 24th, 211 flat. Yeah, Babi got 868 for the finish, which is quite a drop from Rafa, the previous finisher, which was 893, just 3.5 minutes beforehand. That's what a jet seed with an hour 45-ish average time will do to points. Hano finishing 25th, 211.17. And FMZ right behind, 211.26. Jimbo right behind FMZ, 27th, 211.28. Hano, Aeronaut is Swiss, so...
Oh, okay.
And Floosh finishing 28th to 11:39. More finishes! There is some sort of jet bonus to the score, yes, worth of sorts, but it only applies if the top 7 average was under an hour 40, which this was not. It's something in the hour 45 range, and I can't math enough to know what exactly the time is. And Lepedla finishing 29th to 11:45. I don't actually know if their francophone nets is what brain defaulted to there.
Yeah, we were like maybe 2 people finishing quicker from it being the jet seed mitigation.
It's based on the average time. When he said earlier in chat it was an hour 40, it was the cutoff for jet mitigation. GG's Primal Kiwi 30th, 212.10, and Jextronomy 31st, 212.16. Oh, Check Race is going back adult without a magic. Yeah, we have maxed out both jet mitigation and gamble mitigation. What is the gamble mitigation then, Winnie? standings page appears to have crashed for me currently, so that's fun. There we go. Yeah, latest finisher, Jextronomy 21216 was only a 845 on points. The finishes continue because it's I don't remember what the cutoff for points was for top 64 last season, but it's going to be in the low 800s at best for these two by this point. Probably in the 700s, and that's not good for qual points. You want to be safe top 64. You want 800s and 900s for your finish points. GG's Kirox 32nd, 213.08, and Zorov 33rd, 213.19. Jet mitigation is for seeds under 230, but max at 140. Gotcha. And today, top 7 average today is 145. Okay, I'm correct on the math. Gale mitigation to the part that's based on the standard deviation. Thank you. And that's a blue B for
back adult.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised Mario goes back adult after this. Be honest.
Neither. Yeah, this is unfortunately going to be a bit of a rough fall for both of these two that they will both be hoping to drop. Oh, Hover Boots Felix, Valley Waterfall. GG's G-Skate 34th, 213.50.
Yeah, Valley Waterfall. We saw basically all of them. Scales. One was oh crap, what was
Colossus Arch apparently is doing this one, and the other is Grand City Maze.
Yeah. Grand City Maze and Colossus Arch.
214.16, GG's Wafu 35th, and Xeno 36th, 214.22.
Yeah, this was a completely you don't need ZL at all seed.
It was ZLS. Completely. Like, skills were available, you did not need them at all. GG Spike 37th, 214.41. Okay, when you say there is a cap to how much total mitigation you can get, everyone finished at this point is receiving the max handicap allowed, since it maxed out somewhere around the 210 mark. Yeah, Zeal is one like 99% of the time. This is the other, 0.7%.
Really, I'll be more like 0.01.
Yeah. Geez, Gajeta finishing 38th, 214.59. Also French in this case, I'm fairly sure. Hence pronunciation things. Here's Scale for Check Race, speaking of scales. And Mario, please get your magic.
Mario, please. You're right there.
And Check Race is in Goron City, but that's the wrong age.
Is he doing it?
He's doing it, finally. Wahoo! GG's Astronomy joining with Party of One. Congrats on your finish, and hello.
Oh no, he's gonna do Dancing Dad and the Goron Pot before he does Rolling Goron, isn't he?
Yep. And every second he spends not doing Outrider is more points lost, essentially, but then again, this is going to be, as mentioned, a score that he and Check Race will likely want to drop these scores because it's going to be in the 700s at this point, I'm fairly sure.
Check Race is getting Nocturne, oh god.
Oh dear. I mean, he can't do much with it without the magic, so that's good.
You know what, that's fair.
You get to drop bottom 3 and your best score is what's dropped if you do 8 Sir Nyquil. GG's Brotender Doze 39th, 216.12, and Drunas 40th, 216.20.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mario already did chickens.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, Drew got 806 points, so I think all remaining finishers now are going to be under 800.
What was that? Was that just a stick?
I'm not sure. Yeah, second magic is most likely in Shadow at this point. We've seen most of the rest of the seed. Yeah, Jack says there's finally magic for Mario. Jack saying it that in chat that when they saw that Hot Rodder magic, if their first thought was, this is going to kick people's arses, yes. Changes me think so. 41st, 217.21, and unfortunately, Check Race has understandably decided to quit.
You know what? That is fair. think we'll get him for an interview.
Yep. Bot malfunctioned and posted me thinks it was finish time twice. Bad bot. Jax, who is saying that they also got magic first trip through Lost Woods. Yeah, Juke was the only person on Restream out of Forerunners to do it. Unfortunately. And so here we are in terms of things. I do not know if Checkrays will be joining us for an interview. We will find out.
Yep.
I probably want to hit pause on that. There we are. Oh. Yeah, Child Lost was in Goron City's immediate wasteland crossing path, which narrows down the SFM path a ton. Yeah, that's true, because otherwise you might think Spirit was a path for, SFM for a while. Felix saying it was a hunt for magic, and he knew it was hunting for magic and lights with the Atas that figured that he was essentially ghost magic. That is correct. Especially once he saw that finish line for Curia, so he knew that lights just had to be really fast.
They can't get much faster than being in the castle.
Yeah. GG's Ecola 42nd, 219.13, Vidya James 43rd, 219.14. A lot of good runners who are just getting trolled by this magic today, apparently. There is a good number of top runners who have finished in very terrible spots on this seed, and plenty of newer runners who have finished in very good places, because that's what a jet seed with a bad magic placement will do. Get magic early, you're great. Get magic late, you're in for fun.
Some GG's more Sayo Lion.
More
I guess probably.
Also French.
I probably butchered that.
It's Marceau is the first part.
1933.
You're good. Yeah. GG's Marceau. Marceau is how to pronounce. Spike got trolled by Curious on HBA? How? That was hinted path. Even aside, the SFM was path, even aside from the actual path that was Fortress. GG's Cola 35th, 22006.
The two locations where the path hit was.
Fortress path was only found in Upper River, but the SFM path was at Temple of Time. He should have gotten that hint. Anyhow.
Yeah. Both of them over there.
It was Temple of yeah. No, it was both GTG paths that were in Temple of Time. Dwarf's down for Mario.
He should finish within the next 3 minutes.
And GG's Let's Play 46, 220.57, not 250, jeez, 220.57 GG's Let's Play. Mario here might just barely squeak the top 50 here. It'll be close, but he might just squeak in the top 50.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting an interview from Check Rays.
Doesn't look like it. He hasn't responded, and I assume at this point probably not.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't able to one-shot. GCG had to come back after Strength 2? Oh, wow.
Empress of Tomorrow wasn't Strength 2, just... I'm a little confused. Spike didn't have Strength 1 going to GTG since Strength 2 was in there and Strength was on Dompe Race. Yep, Winnie, I mentioned this earlier. Kyrios' 1099 is second highest score you can get from Quals, highest being a flat 1100. GG's Lexus finishing 47th, 222.7. Hey, Check Rays, you could have done so in Discord as well, but that works. GG's, no worries on that interviewing. And good luck in future quals. Hopefully they go a little better. This was not the best race for you, unfortunately. Magic was on Hot Rod or Goron, if you're wondering. And there we are. GG's to Mario gonna finish up here with final on restream with an official time. Should be just barely top 50. Here of...
Yeah.
223 flat. GG's.
Hey,
Promptly
that's a good
cut
time.
stream, and we're gonna switch to the interview scene.
Yep. Alright, we'll see if we can get him in here. In the meantime, upcoming races. Let me pull up the sheet.
Can also just type in the schedule command. GG's also do Hello Logic 49th,
Oh, right.
223.04. Andres 3456 the first 223.40, and Aranya 50th 223.08. The bot posted that in the wrong order, Lil.
Oh, Lord.
Oopsie-doo. That's a little funky. Yep, Mario does manage to just about squeak out top 50.
Alright. Looks like later today we have Minish Cap Randomizer at 1 p.m. The Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament at 4 p.m. And Zelda 2 100% All Keys Tournament at 8 p.m.
GG's Manu finishing 52nd, 247,
wait, no,
224.47. I
okay.
really can't read.
Why is it? That is wrong. Why is it showing me the wrong day? 20.
Alright.
Okay. Just the Minish Cap Randomizer at 12 p.m. Oops.
No, there's other races going on. There's C2, Breath of the Wild, there's a few things. I'll read off the schedule here shortly. And GG's to Mario sadly will not be joining us for an interview. I don't fault him, honestly. He gets a 743 out of this race. We wish him luck in future qualifiers, because he probably, I think, will be hoping for a somewhat better one to improve his score. And GG's to him, good luck for future matches. The bot continues to malfunction.
Bot, why?
Yeah, bot's on the fritz. Actually, well, Manu actually did dot done twice, so that's not as much on the bot as it is Manu dot dunning twice. I don't know why, but anywho, that's not my problem. But yeah, with Mario not interviewing and check races also interviewing GG's Paras 226.10 53rd. That's about the end of the restream here, honestly.
Yep. I think
do you have any final
schedule is not up to date.
My schedule may need an update, yeah, but I'll read off the internal restream schedule, which is up to date. So,
okay.
Coming up on the ZSR schedule at noon Eastern, we'll have in about half an hour on ZSR 3. Okay, yeah, ZSR 3. We'll have the British Cap Randomizer Weekly Race at 2 p.m. Eastern on ZSR 2 with the Breath of the Wild 90% Tournament Winners Round 3 between Roco and CBF. Also at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 3 Grand Finals Game 1 between Dodo and BC Guppy. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Zelda 2 100% All Keys Tournament Grand Finals Game 3 between Lord of Ultima and Justin Man 114. Our next qualifier will be on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then our next OoTR restream will actually be at 2 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, the Random Settings League Season 5, Session Round 2 between Kirox and Timmy.
Alright.
GG's to Alexander HD, finishing 54th, 226.46. But that shall be it here for us tonight. I will send you on over to someone who's still going once I find someone to do that with. And thank you for watching all. We will see you next time.
Peace.